Gen Zs would rather be freelancers with no benefits than have a stable job. Gen Zs are entitled. They want high pay with little experience.
Well, medyo ano yan ha? Medyo juicy yan. But
okay guys, right now we're back at magre-react tayo about Gen Z hot takes in the workplace.
ayan na.
So,
Are you
nagbabasa
ready
tayo,
to get canceled, Dax?
magbabasa tayo ngayon ng mga common concepts about Gen Zs in the workplace. Can be negative, can be very bashable takes, no? Pero we're gonna react kung agree kami or baka we can do things better. Alright, Kla. So, number one hot take about Gen Z in the workplace is that Gen Zs are too lazy to work for a 9 to 5. What do you say about that?
Well, personally, I think, oo. Kasi tayong mga Gen Zs, we want to do a lot of things. Parang ang sa'kin. Plus, I mean, we're still students pa rin naman, di ba?
Oo.
So basically, we still have a lot of workload to do when it comes to school. So syempre, hindi naman natin gustong mag-work ng 9 to 5, di ba? Parang, grabe, yung buong araw mo, puro trabaho lang. Parang hindi naman dapat ganun. I mean, sige, if workaholic ka, go, why not, diba? But still, there's still a lot of things in life na hindi lang work.
Sa perspektibo ng working student.
Yeah,
Oo.
so sa perspective ng working student, pero siguro if hindi ako student,
Oo.
parang I still would say, parang ayoko ng 9 to 5 pa din. Kasi nga, ayun, like, ang dami kasi, sa isang araw kasi, ang dami mo nang pwedeng magawa. And parang masyadong hindi ganun ka-fulfilling. Personally ha,
Yeah.
like hindi ganun ka-fulfilling if you're just gonna work. Parang mas nakaka-drain yun. Ayun, ikaw?
Ako, well, tama naman na we don't want to work at a 9 to 5, but I would not agree dun sa term na too lazy to work at a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No, we're not too lazy. Actually, we have a lot of energy to do a lot of things than to work at a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, I agree.
As in, like, for me personally, I am a runner. We run during the morning and then tapos ng run namin mostly mga 10 a.m. So if you're a runner in the weekdays or even Saturdays, malilate ka talaga. And pag uwi mo, di ba 5 p.m. yan, sabay-sabay yan. It's either public transport ka, may sarili kang car, naka-joyride ang kas, draining, traffic.
Yeah.
Pag uwi mo sa bahay, ang gagawin mo na lang manood ng Netflix at matulog. So parang, for me, it's not a sign of freedom. Kasi you're locked into this. I'm the type of person kasi na I don't want na ibang tao yung nagdidikta ng oras ko. Gusto ko sarili kong si self ang nagdidikta ng oras ko. So, kung I can actually focus on the work and then finish it for 3 hours lang,
Much better.
much better. Kasi actually, ang dami ng, di ba nag-work nga yung Pomodoro system natin?
Yes.
Kapag nagre-review tayo, Diyos ko, sa loob ng siguro 3 oras, sa 3 subject na na-review natin, or even like we're working on a school project, no? Kapag nag-focus lang tayo without cellphones, without any distraction, magugulat tayo, matatapos tayo kasi, well, it's a thing na millennials, Gen X boomers have already grown into na, okay sa kanila yung 9 to 5, kasi for them, they feel productive about it. Like, that's their take. If it's good for them, good. If it's good for them, and they're the type of people na gusto nila ng may sinusundang oras, at may sistema sila, go. Pero for us, kasi nanapin natin gustong gawin, lalo na ngayon sa age natin, we don't want to miss out on different experiences.
Yeah.
We don't want to miss out on opportunities like to, number one, to go to work at a different cafe, or like to go to Boracay and just work muna. Tapos, alam mo yun, very ideal diba? So, yes, we don't want a 9 to 5, but we're not too lazy to work at a 9 to 5. We just have a lot of things to do to not waste with a 9 to 5 job.
Siguro we're just really eager to, experience a lot of things.
Yeah.
Andun yung hunger. For like, a lot of things talaga. So, ayun, hindi naman po kami tamad.
Hindi po kami tamad. Actually, marami po kaming energy sa lahat.
Yeah.
As in, parang hindi ko pa ma-appreciate yung sinasabi ng mga millennials na nag-13 na hala, may energy pa kayo na, kunyari, nag-school ka, diba? Tapos freelancer ka pa. Tapos nag-club ka pa sa gabi. Tapos kinabukasan, runner ka naman.
Diba?
Like, nagagawa namin yun. Pero, limited lang yung pagkakataon natin na ganun. So, parang for us, na may pagkakataon pa kami na gamitin namin ng energy namin sa
For
iba't
something
iba.
else.
Parang
Go.
for me, hindi din negative tong take na to for us.
Oo naman.
It's actually a compliment na ang dami yung energy na para hindi magstay sa 9 to 5. Dami na yung magagawa actually. Madami kayong magagawa as in, kasi pag nasa office ka, pag natapos mo yung work mo, nang kunyari 3 p.m., mag-aantay ka ng 2 oras pa, magsasayang ka ng ibang, di ba, ng 2
Yeah.
oras para i-render, tapos magsasayang ka pa ng 2 hours sa biyahe. So, para nagsayang ka lang ng oras, kaya ayoko ng 9 to 5. Tsaka ayaw mo din, no? Madami tayong ayaw ng 9 to 5. Okay, next. Gen Z, ito. Next hot take for Gen Zs in the workplace. Gen Zs only care about work-life balance, not hard work.
Ay, grabe.
Uh-uh.
Okay, I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree kasi from a personal point of view, pinaghirapan ko naman yung kung nasan ako ngayon. Like, nag-exert ako nung effort ng time and yung pagiging committed ko. Parang,
Wait, paano ba yung bigyan natin sila ng definition ng work-life balance? Para sa'yo, ano itsura ng work-life balance?
okay, so for me, yung work-life balance means you get to do other things besides sa work.
Yeah.
Basically, yun lang naman eh. I mean, besides sa school din,
You get to
parang
travel.
I get to enjoy my time with my friends, with my
Yes.
family, experience new things, go somewhere, be alone. Alam mo yun, parang basically, yes, I value work-life balance, but at the same time, I also value hard work. Parang, hindi, ayun nga, like, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, without hard work, I won't have
You
work.
won't yeah.
Diba? Yun na yun. I won't have work. So, very sa akin yun. Like,
Yes.
I don't like the idea na parang sinasabihan tayo na
We only
hindi,
care
gusto
about
lang
it.
naman ng mga yan yung mag-enjoy din kahit may work, which
Yeah.
is we really want. But of course, we also value the work na meron tayo and we make sure na we deliver
Yeah.
properly yung sa mga kailangan nating gawin.
Agree, kasi we won't have work-life balance if hindi kami nag-put in ng hard work.
Yeah.
Kasi number one, when it comes to, let's say for example, magugulat kayo sa mga Gen Zs na working student na rin. I have classmates na magugulat ka, ba't nasa Japan ka ngayon? Di ba meron tayong trabaho?
Yeah.
Ba't nasa Hong Kong ka? Pero magugulat ka, oh, I already finished everything before I booked the ticket or before I went to the airport. Like, we want to settle everything first in work before transitioning into the life that you are talking about. Kasi the life outside work, it's a privilege for us to achieve if we put in the hard work
Yes,
first.
exactly.
Kasi
Yun na yun.
number one, you won't afford the life outside the work if you didn't put the hard
Hard
work
work.
first. And should that be the point of working, to have a life outside work? Should that be the point of studying 4 years, 5 years in college, to have a life outside a systemic schedule every day, 9 to 5, parang 6 days a week? Should that be the point of everyone? And for Gen Zs, we study hard and we work hard as early as possible. So we eventually don't care about work-life balance. Magiging life
Yeah.
na lang talaga siya. Eventually, once that we built the retirement fund that we need. And actually, for Gen Zs, feeling mo ba, bumababa na yung retirement age na gusto natin na ideal? Kasi yung mga millennials, ang retirement age nila in terms of employment, 60.
Yeah.
Ayun yung target nila. Pero for me, ako personally, I want to retire 40. 40, ikaw, what's the
Ako
age?
actually, mas gusto ko nga mas early pa. Parang, kaya ito din, like, as early as of now, gusto ko madami akong ginagawa or like, gusto ko madami akong work kasi I really want to settle down early. Kasi ang sa akin, I mean, yeah, I'm not a nepo baby. I really have to work hard para I can, support the living that I want, that I aspire to have. So, gusto ko mga around 30 or late 30s, settled na ako. Parang may passive income na ako. Para, alam mo yun, katulad nung sinabi mo kanina, I mean, life isn't just about work.
Yeah.
I want to experience life nang wala ding work. Alam mo yun, parang gusto kong mag-travel, gusto kong enjoy yung buhay na you don't have to think of anything else na kailangan mong i-deliver. Just, enjoy your time. Enjoy
Yeah.
your time with your friends, with your family, with yourself.
Mm-mm.
And, ayun. So, I think I agree na parang a lot of us, Gen Zs, we want to, we want to,
Literally.
like, earn a lot of money at an early age para we can also get to enjoy
Yeah.
what life has to offer beyond the work.
And that's a testament on how intentional are we in putting in the hard work early. Gets po namin, kailangan talaga magtrabaho
Yes.
para makuha namin yung buhay na gusto namin at hindi lang siya kaartihan because yung goal namin is to have work-life balance and eventually to have life after work. So, ayun po yung goal namin and we also understand that it takes hard work to get ourselves to the life faster. Gets? Gets.
That's right.
Binabato yung mga insecurity niyo sa amin na 55 na kayo, di pa kayo nagre-retire. Masyado kasi kayong gigigil ako sa inyo.
Okay,
next hot take about Gen Zs in the workplace. Gen Zs are entitled. They want high pay with little experience. Oh my gosh. So what's your take about this?
Well, medyo medyo juicy yan. But, well, maybe for some, pwede nating sabihin yun.
Na totoo naman.
Oo, kasi I mean, hindi naman magkakaganyang mga notion if like walang
experience
yung mga millennials or like, other people with Gen Zs na ganun yung attitude when it comes to work. But
so what can you say to the Gen Zs that demand high pay with little experience?
Being, ambitious enough for you to receive a pay na sa tingin mo naman is deserve mo. But longevity-wise, I think it's not appropriate pa
to demand as early as possible.
Demand ng high pay for something na, you're just starting. Kasi ako, when I entered yung brand na hinahandle ko right now, actually, pay-wise, okay naman na. Like, okay, like beginning pa lang then okay na. It's just that, parang, alam mo yun, hindi naman, I mean, yes, pumasok sa isip ko na, parang I have to like, feel ko naman deserve ko yung raise and all that. But of course, at the same time, naisip ko din na, nag-reflect din naman talaga ako ng ayos, do I deserve the raise na hihingin ko? Yung work ko ba na pinuput in dun sa brand, nag-equalize ba yun sa gusto kong pay? If yes, and then go, diba? Why not? But if alam mo sa sarili mo na
medyo
shaky pa na you're still introducing yourself, you're still making a mark, unti-unti, and then maybe we can be patient muna. We can wait first before we take that jump na, hello po, baka naman po pwede ng raise. But, ayun nga, like, the important thing is naman, you're there. You have work, you're there,
you're there already.
Yes, you're there already. So, for now, alam mo yun, let's make the most of it muna. Kasi we can learn a lot of things pa.
And proving yourself is part of it.
Yes.
Proving the work.
Parang, you really can't introduce yourself and be known as a successful person if you won't start from the starting line.
Yeah.
Like, you really have, it's a process, guys. It's a process. So, we really have to start from the beginning, step by step.
Step by the step.
We'll get there.
Yeah. For me, if people are thinking of Gen Zs na too entitled and we just want high pay with little experience, I do agree with that notion because sometimes Gen Zs, sometimes us, wala tayong idea sa industry standards pa.
Well,
wala pa tayong idea sa industry standard. Ang may idea lang tayo is you have to be vocal kung ano yung gusto mong bayad. But also, you have to do your own research. Ano ba yung industry standard when it comes to photography, videography, when it comes to social media management? Ano yung average pay for this amount of work, for this amount of period working with a client? And you have to stick with that average. Tapos, i-compare mo based on your past experiences, based on your portfolio, and based on what more can you do, and based on what unique stuff you can offer to your client, base it there. If you want to bump it up beyond industry standard prices, or medyo lower it down because medyo malayo siya ng konti dun sa industry standard, you have to do your own research, because demanding the price that you deserve, it is subjective. Once that you know na deserve mo yung presyo na yon, you actually have to prove it, number one, to yourself na kaya mo siyang gawin, kaya mo siyang i-deliver, at mafi-figure out mo siya. And you have to prove it to the client na these are the works that I did, and then hopefully it can translate that you will trust me, that I can give you the output that you are expecting, and you can give me the money that I'm also expecting as pay. So both ends, you have to do your own research, you have to reflect, sabi mo nga kanina, and number two, you have to communicate with the client honestly.
Yeah.
You need to treat yourself as your own business. No one is taking care of you.
Yes.
No agency, no higher person is responsible for you
But yourself
but
lang.
yourself, kasi sarili mong self mo ang business mo. So dapat kaya mo ipaglaban yung produkto mo, which is yourself, to other people.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, kahit naman pinapagod natin yung sarili natin sa work and all that, we should also take care of ourselves, yung well-being natin.
Yeah.
And connected yun sa, communicating our thoughts, our feelings, kung ano yung real take natin or perspective natin dun sa demand ng
Yeah.
client. Kasi ang hirap naman na, okay, mag-GG tayo with something na gusto nila, but at the same time, alam natin sa sarili natin na hindi natin gusto or hindi natin kaya. Ang hirap na, okay, iti-take mo yun, mag-go ka, tapos mamaya you're gonna under-deliver. That's just basically
Yeah.
gonna ruin your reputation.
Wala ka nang
as
kasunod. Hindi
yun.
na
Wala ka nang
masusundan.
kasunod. So, important din talaga na from the very start, nagmi-meet na kayo ni client
Yeah.
with what you want to have.
Yeah, and agreements on paper are very important.
Yes. Laging dapat may contract
That's
yun.
what I have learned from my past experiences as Gen Zs, especially for the beginners. Hindi naman kailangan aralin yung batas, no? Ang importante lang sa kontrata, fair yung mga nakasulat for both parties, naka-indicate yung mga deliverables mo, naka-indicate naman yung mga expectations mo sa client, and it needs to be fair. Ang kontrata, batuhan dapat yan. Gawa kayo ng draft, check mo kung okay sa'yo, bigay mo sa client, tanong mo kung may mga recommendations, may nadagdag, kung fair ba, nababalanse ba, balikan yun eh. So magdadagdag ka, magbabawas ka, magdadagdag siya, magbabawas siya, until pag winayin nyo na, fair na, dun mas magiging maayos ang lahat, dahil if anything goes wrong, go back to the paper. If anything goes wrong, go back to the paper, and you need to stick to the things that are written on the paper kung naguguluhan ka na, or when it comes to difficulties sa payment, kung delayed, so go back to the paper. May mga penalties naman yan, may mga accountability terms naman yan, so you have to stick with it. Just short YouTube tutorials about how to understand contracts. You'll eventually do good. Okay, next hot take. This is a third hot take about Gen Zs in the workplace. Gen Zs cannot survive without working from home. What's your take on this?
Well, I mean,
Cannot survive though. The term is cannot survive.
Ako, honestly, I think
Kaya naman. Oo.
Kaya naman. But we prefer
Flexible
setups.
Yes.
Kasi, I mean, ako, minsan kasi, mas depende din sa mood ko ha. Pero sometimes, I work well with, for example, nasa office setup.
Depende sa pangangailangan ng work siguro. Sa
actually,
intensity ng focus.
Yes, kasi ako, if halimbawa, creativity-wise, yung kailangan kong i-deliver, I really have to see people,
See different places.
Basta kailangan may nakikita ko kasi from that, dun ako nakakaisip na, what if ganito, what if ganyan?
Yeah.
If nandito lang ako sa isang office setup, tapos ding-ding lang yung nakikita ko, mabablanko din ako eh. So, ayun, parang flexible naman. Kaya naman siguro na kahit hindi work from home. The important thing is flexibility.
Yeah, flexibility. Same with me kasi in the creative industry kasi, literally you cannot survive with just working in one place. As in, you cannot keep up with the deadlines kasi na may mental block ka. Creative block is real. Creative block is like depression for creatives as well.
Yeah.
I have experienced that recently. I felt so bad about myself, felt so bad about my client, felt so bad about the contract, felt so bad about everything that I have to give a discount to my
Mm.
client because I had to submit my submission late because of creative block. It's tantamount to a depression for creatives. And for me, ang ginawa ko nun, I had to go to different places muna. I had to actually, that's true, I had to go to different places. I had to talk to different people regardless of konektado ba siya dun sa work na ginagawa ko or hindi, because flexibility in terms of the creative industry is essential and it's needed. Especially, eto nga, kung nasa creative industry kayo. And it's not just for Gen Zs that they need flexible work setup. It's for millennials na may pamilya na,
Yeah.
'di ba? May mga iba ng responsibilidad. And aminin natin, mas marami ang nagkakaroon ng mas maganda, mas may efficient na output kapag hindi lang sila nakakulong sa 4 na sulok ng opisina. At mas nagiging okay pa dahil hindi sila stress sa biyahe, 'di ba? Hindi sila drained because of the traffic, 'di ba? Hindi sila namamadali sa umaga. So, when you actually take things slowly, things are getting faster,
Mm.
'di ba?
I like that.
Gen Zs would rather be freelancers with no benefits than have a stable job. Oh my gosh!
Grabe naman.
Rather be freelancers with no benefits rather than have a stable job. What's your take on this?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I agree
Same.
with that notion kasi I think us Gen Zs katulad nung lagi nating sinasabi kanina, ang dami kasi nating gustong gawin sa buhay.
Mm-mm.
And, you know, I think we have a lot of skills na very effective and helpful naman.
Na masasayang
Yeah, na
kapag
masasayang if we're just
isang
gonna
job
stick with
lang.
like one job. Kaya, tama tayo. Like, personally we host events. We do creative stuff.
Yeah, marketing. We're in the marketing
Yeah,
industry as
we're
well.
in the marketing scene. So, alam mo yun, from that, ang dami din nating natututunan.
Yeah, saka from that, ang dami na rin natin nagagawa personally.
Yes. Plus, yung network mo kasi
Oo, ang lawak.
guys, it's
Mas
very,
malawak.
yeah, yun yung gusto namin talagang i-ano sa inyo ni Japet. Network is very important.
As early as possible
Yes,
din.
hindi ka magiging successful if you're not gonna put yourself out there, if you're not gonna let yourself meet new people, if ang mindset mo is, hindi kaya ko naman to ng ako lang. I
Hindi
mean,
pwede
for
yun.
some cases,
Hindi kaya.
it works.
For some cases, pero at a certain extent lang, hindi ka sa-success.
Yeah. Hindi
Hindi
tayo
ka
sa-success
sa-success.
pag ganun. So yeah, basically, us Gen Zs, we really prefer to be freelancers kasi nga, andun din yung notion na we want to be our own bosses.
Yes.
Diba? So, ayaw naman natin na we're just limited to this certain kind of setup.
Yes, hindi didiktahan ka lang ng ibang tao
Yeah.
na ganito yung schedule mo. Saka, parang mostly for Gen Zs, ayaw na natin ng masyadong authority. Gusto na natin tayo gumagawa ng schedule natin. Saka yung sinasabi na Gen Zs would rather be freelancers with no benefits. Ano bang benefits yung sinasabi niyo? GSIS, SSS, PhilHealth? Tapos pension? Like, when you become a freelancer, you can earn more. And when you become financially accountable, you can buy life insurance, health insurance, you can actually start a business, you can actually put your money in certain investments that is double, triple, 5 times the benefits that the stable job will give you. And it actually will buy you time kasi it's gonna give you an earlier retirement age.
Ayun.
So, ano ba yung
Ginagalit ko si Japet.
Ano ba yung sinasabi natin with no benefits?
It will come.
Benefits. Like, for us, the benefits are not just monetarily. The benefit of having a huge network with lots of people that we're working with, the benefit of having more time with their personal health, with their side quests, with their personal hobbies, the benefits of traveling to other countries kasi we don't have to work at a 9-to-5 job 6 days a week. Hindi na natin kailangan problemahin yung pagpa-file ng leave kasi kailangan lang natin tapusin isang project. Babayaran na tayo. We have enough money to go outside the country, to invest, to start a business at an early age, to actually meet a lot of people in the industry that's gonna pave the way for us even better, for bigger opportunities. So, for the millennials out there na sinasabi na Gen Zs would rather be freelancers, yes, we would love to be freelancers because the benefits that you have from having GSIS, SSS, PhilHealth, and pension after 60 years of age, wala na kaming pake dyan dahil baka mas gusto na naming mamatay ng 60
Yeah, iba
at
lang.
mag-retire ng 30.
Yeah, that's right. Iba lang talaga siguro yung yung meaning ng benefits nila from ours.
Benefits kasi namin, bigger.
Yeah.
For us, ha? Kasi sabihin nyo ng ambisyoso mga Gen Zs, pero bigger po kasi yung benefits na gusto
Tsaka,
namin.
ang nangyayari yung benefits na gusto natin, hindi siya yung tangible benefits.
Yeah, hindi siya tangible benefits. Yung mga hindi mo siya pagsisisihan pag tumanda ka na.
Yeah, ayun.
Ganun yun eh.
So, yeah.
So,
medyo yun.
Stable job kasi, aya kayo, Boracay, sorry, di ako naka-leave. Di naman kami ganun. Ayaw naman namin ng ganun, diba? Tapos, anong tawag dito? Matanda ka na, diba? Pension basis. Parang, ang hirap nun. So, what if tumanda ka tapos nag-work ka ng early 20s hanggang 30s, no? Tapos nagkaroon ka ng business, investments, tapos may life insurance ka, may health insurance ka, kapag travel ka, edi ang saya ng life mo, diba? Kahit sabihin natin na unstable siya, pero kasi yung freelancing kasi, unstable siya, pero mas fulfilling. Mas fulfilling siya. Okay, next hot take. Last hot take for Gen Zs in the workplace. If Gen Zs don't get promoted fast, they quit immediately. What's your take?
Okay lang. Bakit? Diba? Parang, Diyos ko, OMG, fuck.
Hindi pa kami kawalan. Hindi namin kawalan.
Hindi, eto, for me, okay lang naman na ganun. Tunay naman. Like, a lot of us, ganun yung thinking. Kasi,
saka hindi lang naman isa lang ang trabaho sa buong mundo.
Yeah. If we know to ourselves na yung work na dinideliver namin is effective.
And valuable enough for other companies.
It gives good results to the company. Tapos, hindi nyo kami bibigyan ng raise or like, promotion. Parang bakit pa ako magsistay here? A lot of brands would
would die for me.
Exactly. Would be, willing to give the thing that I want. But at the same time, mas i-value pa nila yung work ko.
That will be grateful enough to receive the work that you give.
Gusto mo magstay sa isang company, you're gonna be there for 5 years, you over-deliver things, sobrang ganda ng mga ginagawa mo, ang ganda din ng effect ng work na yon sa company, but still, you're just here, and yung pay mo is just here, may mag-isip-isip ka na, parang hindi na worth it pag ganun, diba?
Parang masyado ka na nag-mature enough creatively and professionally para magstay doon, kasi may nabasa ako sa Pilipinas, kapag nakita nilang mas gumaling ka, sa ibang bansa, pag nakita nilang mas gumaling ka, more money, promotion. Sa Philippines, pag nakita ka nilang mas gumaling ka sa trabaho mo, more job. Kasi kung alam mo sa sarili mo na you're actually over-delivering, it means that over-delivery is a skill built already. And that is going to be well appreciated and well compensated by other companies as well. Especially kapag alam mong universal naman yung trabaho mo at kaya mo ma-apply sa iba't ibang kumpanya, iba't ibang mga kliyente. The company that you work in right now that underpays you don't deserve you. So actually, Gen Zs right now are more confident kasi number one, we have the power of social media to market ourselves. We have the power of friends to actually pitch ourselves to them, and we have the power of skills na we know in ourselves na it's gonna work in different industries, in different companies. That's why we would rather quit the job and hop on another one that pays us double the amount, triple the amount, or quadruple the amount.
Let's give value to ourselves. If we know na we deserve more, let's ask for more. But only if, alam mo yun, nakapag-reflect talaga tayo na deserve natin.
Yeah. Only if you have all the evidences na pwede mong i-pitch sa ibang industriya, sa ibang kumpanya na kaya mo. Naalala ko si Doechii, di ba? Vlogger siya before, di ba? Sabi niya, I just got fired from my job. I don't know what's to come. I don't know what will happen to me, but I will just knock on different studios and just let's see let's see from there. Kasi I think the confidence comes from the evidences that she built for herself, that she's the type of artist that can do this. She's a unique artist that has a value for the industry. And right now, she just won a Grammy for the best rap album for
Slay.
2024.
Doechii
And
fan.
as much as you know in yourself na ikaw yung tao na will make things possible for other companies as well, then do it. Be confident. Walang masama. Okay? So, after all the hot takes for the Gen Zs out there, I have one would you rather question, no?
Go.
So, Kla, would you rather get paid based on how many hours you work or based on how well you perform?
I would prefer the latter one. Kasi, I mean, I could work like, alam mo, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Tapos,
Ang-
dun sa 9 to 5
Ang
na
sweldo
yun,
mo is, let's say for example, 5K for a day sa 9 to 5.
Oh.
Laki din ah.
I mean, oo, pero like, if halimbawa, super hirap nung pinapagawa, tapos 5K lang yung ibibigay mo sa akin.
Parang
just because
double 5 times yung job mo.
Oo, parang, girl, wag na. So, syempre, gusto ko yung how well I perform.
Kaya marami ring Gen Zs right now na, ganito lang yung bayad. Ano lang natin to? Downgrade lang natin ng konti.
Oo.
Ano lang tayo?
Diba?
Subtle lang yung trabaho.
I mean, you can still earn, but at the same time, personally speaking, I would prefer to be paid on how well I do. Not just because of, yung pera or whatsoever. But at the same time, it's all about challenging myself
Yeah,
din.
same.
On the extent na, okay, hanggang saan kaya yung kaya ko.
Ganda.
And it's
Maganda yun.
about proving sa sarili ko na, oh my God, kaya ko pala gawin to.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm good at this. I can actually try to be, to be more appreciative of myself because I can do this. So, alam mo yun, parang ang dami ding factors pag yung latter,
Yeah,
yung latter na pipiliin mo eh.
Daming
And-
growth factors.
Yeah, tsaka, let's be honest, ang binabayaran na kasi talaga ngayon sa mga brands, sa mga company, is how creative you are.
Yeah, how the value that you
Yes.
give, not the time.
And creativity is not an easy thing to achieve, or to have. So, for you to be able to have that and be able to express it in your work, I think mas fulfilling din yun as a person na babayaran ka kasi you're passionate about this.
Yes.
You can do this, not just because you work for like ilang hours. Kasi, I mean, let's be honest, lahat tayo, kung sasabihan mo ko na, gawin mo to 9 to 5, okay, like, I don't have any choice kundi gawin lang tong isang bagay na to kasi you told me to do so. But, if you're gonna tell me na, okay.
Bigay ko to sa yung project na to. Tingnan natin kung gaano kalaki yung magiging
Yeah.
output nito. Tapos, we'll start from there in terms of the payment.
Diba? Parang, mas okay din yun kasi you get to express yourself.
Oo.
And offer new perspectives nga pagdating dun sa project na kailangan.
And you get to challenge your maximum potential.
Yeah, yun nga.
Kasi for the latter, getting paid on how well you perform, it does not only contextualize itself in the corporate industry, but it also contextualize itself in the world of business. As a business owner, in business kasi, in terms, you will get paid on how the business perform in a certain month. Kung mataas ba yung sales because ganda ng marketing mo, you will reap the benefits of it. So you actually are putting yourself in a place na you are becoming an entrepreneur, that your product is yourself and your creativity. Kasi, let's say for example, you get paid 5,000 a day, binigyan ka ng project, gawa ka ng campaign for Netflix, tas naging malaki pala yung campaign na yun. Binayaran lang sa'yo 5,000 for a 9 to 5.
It's not
For
worth
like
it.
for 8 hours, for 10 to 12 hours, tama ba? For those hours that you put in the work. Pero yung na-convert is like hundreds of millions of pesos. So kung yung latter, sa'yo yung 20% nun, edi that's better kasi may imagine mo, success ka eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Na magugulat ka, shit, I can actually
Diba?
earn this much by doing this amount of work, but I have to do it well. It will open yourself up to different difficulties, by unlocking different difficulties and performing well there, you're unlocking a different level of income. You can actually earn millions by pushing yourself to the limit, to the maximum. Actually, there's no limit. There's just a maximum of a certain phase in your life. When you actually unlocked it, you will unlock another level, unlock another level. That's gonna do good for you.
Slay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yun na yun.
So those are the hot takes about Gen Zs in the workplace. Let us know if you want more workplace edition, school edition, life edition, any edition about Gen Zs. We are glad to entertain those to you guys. And yep, thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. Yeah.
Ayun lang. So, ato, Japs, like, I just want to, siguro final, ko na for Gen Zs, let's take space. Let's not be
Yeah.
afraid to take space, okay? Let's create and create and create, and from that, we'll see how far things go.
Oo. Kasi right now, we have all the opportunities to have your own space. Once you create your own TikTok account, you have a space already.
Yeah. And, come on, let's keep it positive naman, okay?
So, yes, positive in the workplace but not positive in tests. Na ayaw natin maging positive
Ayaw
tayo.
natin nun, okay?
Bye, guys!
Alright. Thank you, Japet. Thank you, Pet Talk.